Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So it's that time of the month again, guys, where I need to give you my totals for #CraftYourselfFree. Oh yeah. Now, this is a collaboration between myself and my beautiful friend Christina over at Bella Uncinetto. Her channel link will be down in the description box and our playlist will be down there as well. This is where we are holding ourselves accountable for what we are getting done. Now, there are similar concepts out there. This is a slight twist, because Christina and I decided that it doesn't just have to be the fibre crafts, it can be any crafts. Christina extended it as well to anything that makes you happy and makes you feel free and joyous, whether it be jigsaw puzzles, cooking, gardening, anything that can be classed as a hobby or something that makes you just go, can be included. Now, there is no competition in this. There is no prizes. This is just a way for all of us crafters to, like I said, hold ourselves accountable, keep a bit of a tally of what we're actually achieving over the course of the year. And we just wanted it to be a no rules, stress-free, pressure-free collaboration. It doesn't matter when you buy your craft materials. I could have bought something this morning, already used it and counted it. Now, for me personally, I am just counting my crafty things. So my crochet, my diamond paintings, things like that so far. But that could change as time goes on. And the way that I am tallying it is I am weighing my finished projects for the month. So I still have whips ongoing. I can't do yarn labels very easily because a lot of my projects, especially amigurumi, I only use tiny amounts of yarn. And so I didn't feel yarn labels would be a true representation. I am not a mathematician or, anything like that to work out yardage and things. So what I decided to do is as soon as a project is finished, I weigh it. Whatever that item weighs, that is those are the figures that I am tallying. I will only weigh once it is done. The only one that is slightly different in that is I did a load of squares to make baby blankets with. I still haven't joined them, guys. I do intend to. I just have a real block about doing that. I get really excited about making the squares. I love making the squares. I go all gung-ho. And then when it comes to putting the squares together, I really stumble and I really do get a real mental block over it. So they are still waiting. So I have already weighed all of the squares. And then when it is done, I will weigh the blanket, take out the totals that I've already got for the squares so that I just have like the joining yarn and if I put a border on it, or I will pull the yarn that I'm gonna join or put a border on it and I will just weigh those skeins before I start. And then, whatever's left, I'll just take off and I'll know that's how much joining and border yarn I have used. So I do have to be mindful of that, but that's okay. So yeah, some people are collecting yarn bands. Some people are working out yardage. Some people are just doing totaled finished objects. There are lots of ways that you can tally your statistics, but for me, I am weighing it. Now, here in the UK, we do weigh things in kilograms, grams, but I know a lot of you across the pond are more familiar with ounces, so I do have both the grams and the ounce amounts. And yeah, I just wait until, like I said, I finish the project. As soon as it's finished, I will weigh it. And that will go on that month's total. I could have been working on from something last year, but if I don't finish it until November of this year, it's not going to be included until November of this year. So let's get down to it, shall we? Let's see what April I managed to get done for that month. So the first item, and I'm looking slightly to the side because I have my list of facts and figures over here. The first thing on my list are my crocheted pairs of hearts for charity. They were 310 grams or 10.9 ounces. So that was a lovely total to put on the list. Jackson's Monster. If you've been keeping up with my crochet catch-ups, you will have seen that I did complete a monster from Megan Lapp's Crochet Monster book in the design choice of a work colleague's little boy. He is 6 and he's called Jackson, so I've called it Jackson's Monster. Side note for any of you that were you know, really impressed with the monster that I did. He absolutely adored it when I gave it to him. He cuddled it instantly. He wouldn't put it down. It was either in his arms or on his lap. He gave me a big squishy cuddle and said thank you. I also gave him a small Easter egg with the monster because it was coming up to Easter weekend when I saw him to give it to him. And I also tucked some money into the monster's pocket, and there was a note from the monster telling Jackson that he needed to use the money to buy his mummy an Easter egg at the shop on the way home. And reports are in that yes, he did make mummy go to the shop and he did buy mummy an Easter egg with that money. They also gave me a large Easter egg to say thanks for making the monster. She did want to pay me, but I refused to take any payment for it. I was quite happy with my Easter egg and she didn't even need to do that. And she has told me that Jackson has called his monster Richie, which is super cute, and it's not left his sight other than when he goes to school. When he goes to school, he is tucked up in Jackson's bed waiting for Jackson to get home, and then as soon as Jackson gets home, he goes and gets Richie out of bed and spends the evenings with him, and that has happened every day since he got him. Also, another side note where I said that my nephews weren't quite crochet ready. I think I came across a bit wrong in that video. What I meant by it is my nephews can be quite destructive in a deliberate way, not just heavy playing with items. And I don't want to spend hours making something for them to deliberately like unpick the ears or deliberately, you know, unpick the tail or whatever. And sadly, that did happen with the saber-toothed tiger that I made my eldest nephew. So I think I'm going to wait a couple of years or a little bit longer, maybe not a couple of years, that's a bit long, but wait a little bit longer until he doesn't want to do that to his toys. Whereas Jackson is 6 and he wouldn't dream of trying to pick it apart. In fact, it's his new best friend. So I did come across wrong. I do want my toys to be played with. I want them to be played with so hard and for so long that they do end up tatty and they do end up ripped and things like that, but out of genuine love and genuine play, not deliberate taking them apart brand new. So yeah, I don't want any toys that I make to be just sat on a shelf. That's not what I meant. I came across wrong. So Auntie Lala, consider myself told off, and I hope that clarifies it for you. But yes, no, Richie the monster was a big hit, and it made my heart super happy to hear those updates. Anyway, he weighed in at 203 grams or 7.1 ounces. So another lovely figure to add to the list. You will also know that I finished the blue ripple blanket using the Knitting Network yarn, and that is for the military spouses on the army base that the gorgeous Christina, who is my other half of this collaboration. She works on a military base. She is a teacher, but she has a friend that also works on the military base that is putting together hampers for the expectant mums that are living on base. And the blue ripple blanket will be a baby blanket for one of those new bundles of joy. Now that weighed in at 534 grams or 18.8 ounces. So that was a good one to get finished and on the list for April. Next up are the 12 6-inch granny squares that I managed to get done. Now, I will be doing granny squares, you know, as and when over the coming months, because these are eventually going to be all packaged up together once I've got a big bundle, and they're going to be sent to Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. She is supporting a charity this year called the Generous Crafters, and these squares get given to them and they put the squares together into blankets, which is a good job because, like I was discussing earlier in this video, I stumble to do that. So I managed to get 12 done and they weighed in at 116 grams or 4 ounces. So like I said, that will be an ongoing, but however many I get done in the month, they will go on that month's total. And then the final item I can't yet talk about because it is part of a video that I have scheduled for next month. And I don't want to give away what it is until that video airs. So I did get another FO. It will not be shown on Crochet Catch Up this week. It will not be shown on the channel until that video airs. But I did make another item. I did finish it. I will let you know on that video that airs that was the item that I was talking about in this video. But it weighed 248 grams or 8.7 ounces. So a mystery finished item that you get to see in a couple of weeks' time, fingers crossed. So guys, in total for April, I managed to use from my craft stash, and it turns out this month that it is all yarn, a total of 1,411 grams, which is 49.7 ounces, which is incredible. We are a third of the year done, and I have had some really nice totals so far. Now, if you guys want to be included in this collaboration, please do. We welcome you with open arms. There's no pressure, however. If you're not into this or you don't think you'll be able to keep up with it, whatever, that is absolutely fine. But if you did want to email Christina or I your monthly totals, however you want to tally it, like I said, it doesn't have to be weighing it like I do. It could be how many finished objects you got done for the month. It could be yarn labels used. It could be yardage used. However you want to tally it, we are more than happy to share it. So if you would like me to share your totals on these videos, or Christina to share your totals on her videos, please do feel free to email us. And if you wanted to attach pictures of your makes to go along with your totals, I am quite happy to put those photos on my posts here on YouTube. It used to be the community tab. It's now called posts. But Christina does edit. She's a little bit more tech friendly than I am. She might even consider popping pictures into her video or doing a little slideshow at the end, something like that. I haven't actually discussed this with Christina. So Christina, if you're watching, I hope you're cool with that I'm kind of volunteering that for you. But I know Christina pretty well, and I'm sure she would be more than happy to showcase your guys' wonderful makes, especially if you don't have a channel, especially if you don't make content. Our Yarny friends and subscribers make some beautiful, beautiful things that we hardly ever get to see because they don't do videos like we do. So yeah, if you want to get involved, it's never too late to. Like I said, Christina said you can include things like jigsaw puzzles, cooking, gardening, anything that uses up stuff that you have got and it brings you joy and it makes you craft yourself free, then please do feel free. And you can jump on now. It doesn't matter. It's never too late. Yeah, it would be really good to know how many of you others that are doing it. I do know some other podcasters that are joining in and putting out totals, and I always enjoy watching their video. If you are a content creator or a podcaster and you want to do this sort of thing, please we just ask that you use the hashtag #CraftYourselfFree. On those videos. That would be awesome. And yeah, like I said, if you want to show off your beautiful stuff and give me your totals, please feel free to do so. My goodness, getting my teeth. I need to put my teeth back in. I'm clearly not speaking very well today. I do apologise. But yes, 1,411 grams or 49.7 ounces for this month, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's see what May brings us, right? Maybe I can get some more totals like that for May. That would be brilliant. Way more than last month. I'm just flicking back through my information. Not as much as January, but that's all right. But it is more than February and it is more than March. So, I'm kind of up and down, and it's, like I said, it's not a competition, guys. We're not batting people against each other. It is just us and what we manage to get used. Yeah, so I am super happy with that. And that is literally all I've got for you. So bring on May is all I've got to say. I hope the week is being kind to you. I hope you are all very, very well. Please come back tomorrow for this week's crochet catch up, where you get to see what crocheting I've been doing this week, apart from that mystery object. I'm not showing that. Yeah, I'll see you then. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one, or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.